manager, it maintains a list of arrays which each one corresponds to a certain parameter a wave can have and contains all the values of that parameter for every wave. When all the resources are loaded, it calls this set wave data, which just parses through a text file and checks each line saying, is this line supposed to set a parameter, and if so, it calls the code for it. Unfortunately, I do have to manually check for each parameter type on each line because we have no way of knowing for sure what the order of them is going to be within the file. My mushroom regeneration is essentially complete. What I'm doing is maintaining a list of each mushroom that's damaged and or poisoned, and when the time to repair them comes, it merge sorts them in order from bottom to top and left to right. It calls this repair one mushroom on the head, which resets all the parameters as needed and creates like an explosion class to go along with it. And when that explosion animation is finished, it triggers the repairing of the next mushroom in the head, and so on and so forth, in order to create the staggering effect we need. It's the bare bones of a player class. Obviously, all we're doing right now is just maintaining the current score and the current level with support for a mushroom field in the future. Put in the sprite sheet code that you provided us. On top of this, in order to display the score, I created my own score display class. Since we know that the score can be up to 6 digits on the screen at once, I create like 6 glyphs at a time when the player is first created, and when the player scores, just send the score over to it and change the glyphs accordingly. And then this text draw manager is responsible for actually drawing them. So let's say, for example, we have wave number 1, centipede length is 11 and speed is 4. Then when you get to the next wave, it gets 1 segment shorter and its speed gets cut in half. For debugging purposes, I made it so the player could move out of bounds, but fixing that is just commenting out 1 segment of code, 1 line of code. So after a short delay, it causes a function to initialize the next wave. Which goes through, spawns a new centipede, and sets all the new values for the next wave. And yeah, the centipede is now shorter and moving half as fast.